One day he called me into his office and he says, "Jake, I just want to know what you're going to do with your future, and is college a part of that?" And I said, "You know what, Steve? I tried college, and I'm not cut out for it. I tried and I failed, and it's not for me. College isn't for me." And he stops me and goes, "What do you mean college isn't for you?" And I said, "I tried and I failed. I'm not smart enough. I'm not cut out for it." And he stops me. He says, "Jake, I think you've been listening to the wrong people. And you haven't been listening to the right people." And I said, "No, look, I can show you my transcripts. I went to school, I failed, they asked me to leave, and so it's not for me." And he told me, he says, "You know what? I really think you've been listening to the wrong people, because even though that may be true, but you think that means that you need to quit." He said, I believe that you didn't do well in school. I believe that, but I don't believe that you tried. I don't believe that you gave it your all, because I see you here and you're a smart and capable person. But yet you tell me that you went to school and that you tried and then you failed and then you left." He says, "No, I think you had a challenge and you weren't willing to do what it took to overcome it, so you just quit." He says, "I know that you're a smart person. That's why I heard this for the first time. You're better than you think you are, and you can do so much more than you think you can." And I thought, well, maybe I can. If he believes in me, maybe I can. And he told me, he said, "You know what, Jake? You have the right people and you have the wrong people in your life. You need to listen to the people, the right people, who lift you up, who support you, who encourage you, who strengthen you." He says, "Listen to those people and forget about the people who put you down. Just forget about them. Just listen to the people who help you out. Listen to the people who know that your potential is greatness. Listen to those people and forget about everyone else." And he says, "I want you to go back to school. This time surround yourself with the right team." See, everyone needs the right team. See, I believe that talent wins games, but teams win championships. Michael Jordan, one of the best basketball players of all time, he was one of the best players ever at the beginning of his career, but he never won a championship. And it wasn't until he learned to come together as a team that they won that championship. The same thing goes in life. We need to build that team together. We need to build that team, that right team around you. Going back to the Beatles, later on after the Beatles' career, all four of them had decent songs afterwards and had decent careers afterwards, but none of them ever were as good as they were together as a team. Your team can make or break you. You are the combination of the 5 people that you spend your most time with. You are who you hang out with. You need to be around people who lift you and support you. So I said, you know what, I'm going to make a list of all the people who support me, all the people who help me, and I'm going to listen to those people, and I'm going to forget about everyone else. And when I did that, I started to believe in myself little by little and realized, hey, if they believe in me, then maybe I can do something. Maybe I can go back to school. And I decided to go back to school, but this time was going to be different. This time was going to be different because I was going to see tutors, I was going to get extra help, and I was never going to give up. I was always going to keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep going and keep going and keep going. And I got to tell you, it wasn't easy. It took a lot of time, and maybe it took a little longer than some other people, but I ended up, not only did I graduate from college, but I did really well when I was in college, something I never thought that I could do. I never thought I could even go to college after I had that first experience, but I went back and I made it through, and I was able to graduate from college when I was that kid who barely graduated from high school, who could barely read. I went from being that kid who ran off the stage in the middle of a concert to being someone who's played in front of an audience of 10,000 people. Also, over the last 2 to 3 years, I've played in front of around 100,000 people collectively through all the different performances I've done. But I never thought I was going to be able to do that, but it all started with listening to the right people and forgetting about the wrong people. So for all of you, think about it right now. Who are the right people in your life? Listen to the right people and forget about the wrong people. And you might be saying, well, I don't have someone like that. I don't have a right person. If you really think that, which I don't believe you, I know there's someone, because there's all these people in this room right now. But if you really don't have someone, my encouragement for you is, if you want to have someone like that in your life, be that person for somebody else. Be the kind of person who lifts other people. Be the type of person who encourages other people. Be the type of person who strengthens other people. And is never the kind of person who puts other people down.